So this is the second part of the SAP based association rules. So we'll go to the, and here we are going to go to the modeler, and we'll go to create association rules. And in this setup, we require two types of file for every problem. We require more, but the simplified is two types of file. So one file will have the transaction details, whatever you want to term it, the market basket details, or and the other file will just have the transaction IDs. So only the primary keys. So you might call them only as a data, so event source. What are the event IDs? And the other ones are all the details about the event. So what we will do is use two files, and this is about a data set that comes from Google Analytics. So this is about the pages that people visit in a website. And so we might say, okay, this is a page I want people to come because this is where is my primary page. And I want to find out that when they arrive at a primary page, where all did they come from, you know or I want them to come to my checkout page most of the time. Then I want to find out by historical records how do they arrive at my checkout page. So that is the association rule. So this I'll go and look at the so the first one is the data source web transfer. Next, analyze. So this is the important thing that we have to do. So this is my kind of primary key. It has to be nominal, integer nominal, and this has to be made 1. And I have to save it. So I just call this as a1 dot text. So this file is just giving me a list of the session IDs. So that's a term from Google. In a particular session, you might be moving through multiple pages in a particular sequence. And then next, I would now have the detail of the pages they visited and the sequence that they visited. And I do analyze. So these are the various pages, the transaction ID, the IP address, the time they spent on the page. And again, it has to be nominal. And so session ID, and I have to save it. So I might call this as a2.txt. And this has to be value as 0. So session ID, that is, so one has the only the list of the session ID, the other has all the details about the session ID, and the things that I'm interested in this joint thing is the page. And I'm interested in the sequence they come, not just what pages they visited during the. And so this is what you get. And so I might want to know. So these are various uh, pages, TMPL, TMPL, this is the kind of, and so if I want to know, where all did they come before, do a search. And so it says before they come here, they always go this place when the consequent is this much, 97% of the time if they go to this page, then they arrive to this shopping cart one. So this is the body that they visit most of the time before they arrive. So again, we might just, there are not many data in this one. This is supplied by SAP, this particular file. So it said, the ordering page, if you arrive, then, this left navigation, the frame and all of this. And it says, the consequent is support. That means the antecedent support is 65 out of whatever the few hundred are there. The consequent appears, is this particular one, order one. 3.61% the antecedent appears, which may be in this particular sequence. So these are all sequences. And then again, the ki means, to what percentage of the like an r square am I explaining, you know. So that is what the second method of doing the association rules happens. And again, the terms like sequence left, these are all part of my Word document. That is what we will be discussing, you know. And so I'll just say, so that is the way to go when we are using the modeler. That is, we have to have at least a pair of files. One of the files is the just the IDs. The other file is the detail, and then we have to make the IDs, as integer, nominal, key equal to 1, save the file, then next time again, integer, nominal, key equal to 0, save the file again. And all of this can be avoided, if we have really 4 files, which is the actual set to do in this. But then, I thought it is simpler to have just a pair and do that little changes in there. Okay, so